Good day everyone, I'm Jay-Z, your plant enthusiast here on Greenery Pundit. On today's video, I'm going to share to you some care tips in growing this beautiful Philodendron Burlé Marx Variegata. Well, this plant is very easy to care for. The non-variegated plant can grow up to 10 feet considering its habitat in the wild. However, most plant enthusiasts has gone crazy in acquiring and propagating the variegated specimen just because it's undeniably beautiful. Just look at the leaves right there. Right? So the color mutations on the leaves. Variegations comes in yellow, as you can see, green to platinum as to how they described it. At the peak of pandemic, the cost of this plant has risen that, a beginner plant parent could even wish for a node or a cutting to propagate. In terms of propagation, this specimen is very easy to propagate. Well, I will create another video for the propagation of this specimen. About the light requirement, so the light requirement must be tolerable for this specimen, although this is one is variegated, so the more it is exposed to the bright light, the more the variegation would look. However, if you let this specimen placed in a spot where it could get more than the required light, let's say a direct sunlight, it could easily burn or toast the leaves. Take note that this plant's attraction comes from the leaves, so you don't want to get each of these leaves burned. In my case, I place them in a spot in our veranda where it receives afternoon sun. So I let them stay there for less than an hour, so that's a good sunlight for them. So the only issue you can get with this plant, as much as variegation is concerned, is the reversion of the leaves. So the more you put plant indoors that receives lesser light, the more it reverts, meaning the variegated markings or patterns on the leaf would go back to its original green form, just like this one. You see? Now, how can we induce the formation of variegation on the leaves? So I've been watching many hacks or tips about bringing back the variegation on the reverted Philodendron Burlé Marx and some other philodendrons, but this one really works best for me. Just like this one, all you have to do is to pinch off the top, just like that. Okay, as this will encourage new leaf, hopefully it would unfurl with a nice variegations or a nice pattern, just like this one. So let us see again if there are still unfurled leaf without variegation, just like that. I'm gonna pinch it like that. There you go. Okay, so we will just wait for a new unfurling leaf and check it if it has a variegation or not. And if about the watering requirement, just pinch it. What I do is in between watering, so I let the soil mix dry up. I let the potting mix dry up first, and then I give it 1 to 2 days allowance before finally drenching it with water. But I do misting often, especially this this holiday season, where you could feel the wind breeze, as it could easily dry up not only the leaves but the potting. And about the feeding requirements, I recently discovered Mexico. The feedback says that it was good, especially for variegated plants, so I give it a shot and I think it works best for them now. Look at, not only they are receiving the right amount of nutrients that they deserve, but I can also see that the variegation is intense, just like this one. Look at this leaf. You see? About pests infestations, I haven't experienced it yet, but as far as I check Underneath the leaves, there are so many spider mites. Oh, look. Another unfurled leaf without variegation. So I had to pinch it off to induce the upcoming leaves, to induce more variegation. Okay, so let's go back to the pest infestations. There are so many spider mites, but also be very careful to check each leaves. Some among pests that can be found munching or picking on the leaves of your precious plants could be caterpillars, insects like caterpillars, and other pests like slugs and snails. Of course, they will treat your garden like an eternal buffet. Of course, you do not want that to happen, because what we really care for, especially for these green plants, are their precious leaves. Oh, look at that. This one has a very nice variegation, you see. Fungus, on the other hand, I haven't experienced that yet, because the only thing that could make your philodendron rot from its core or down to its core is the root rot. So there are plenty of effective brands out there of fungicide and insecticide, but in my case, I haven't experienced losing a plant due to fungus. But I don't know yet. I have this philodendron pink princess, and the leaf suddenly becomes droopy. I am actually planning to change the soil as per advice by my colleague, to change the soil and check if it's really the potting mix, or perhaps there is a fungus, that is taking advantage on its roots. Okay. Oh, it has. I thought it already got reverted. Okay, right. If you think this video is helpful or engaging, kindly drop your comments below, and please do hit the subscribe button. Again, our channel is Greenery Pundit. So I'll see you again next time. Thank you for watching. Bye.